In this video, we're going to go over the scaling tools inside of Modo. The scaling tools inside of our 3D application are going to make our objects bigger or smaller. Now, as you can see here, just a simple little coffee cup. I'm going to go into item mode and select that coffee cup. Now, to activate our scaling tools, we're going to go over here to the Basic tab, and under the third major row, this guy right here, the scaling tools are this last icon, keyboard shortcut R. And when we activate the scaling tool, we're going to get some tool handles down here at the bottom. And each one of these handles represents scaling along a certain axis. So I'm going to rotate my view up some. So if I select this red guy, that means I'm only going to scale our object along the x-axis. And it kind of flattens out like that. The blue one will allow me to scale along the z-axis. And last but not least, the green one will allow me to scale along the y-axis. If I wanted to scale all three at the same time, so make my entire object bigger uniformly, you need to click on this little kind of light blue circle at the center, at the intersection of all three of these handles. See this little light blue circle right there? If I left click and drag on that guy, it's going to make my object bigger and smaller. So uniformly big, uniformly smaller on all three axes at the same time. We can also use our coplanar handles. Let's whip around so we can see them here. See these little circles right here, those are our coplanar handles, meaning we can scale our object along two axes at the same time. So if I use this little guy down here, the green one, I'm going to scale my object along the x, the x and the z, like that. Like that. So I'm scaling two axes at the same time. Now the way I like to think about this is that whatever color your coplanar handle, that's the axis it's not going to get scaled on. So in our case, it's green, so I know it's not going to scale it up or down along the y-axis. See, it doesn't get taller, it doesn't shrink. It just gets kind of fatter and wider. So whatever color your coplanar handle is, that's the axis it's not going to scale on. So keep in mind. So a couple different ways of making our objects bigger or smaller in our scene using the scaling tools.